let's talk about something I know so many of us have wondered about. You sit down to meditate, you put in the time, and when you open your eyes, you have this nagging question. Was that good? How am I supposed to even know? What's the metric for a good session?
Right? It's such a common question, but it can be really frustrating because nobody seems to have a straight answer. We get totally bogged down by all these ideas of what's supposed to happen. But what if we've been measuring the wrong things this whole time? Well, today we're going to get to the bottom of it. And we're going to do it with a little help from a very surprising source.
So, to find the real answer, we first have to get rid of all the junk, all the noise. And we're going to borrow a really powerful old technique from the Vedantic tradition. It's called neti neti, which literally means not this, not that. The idea is simple. If we can figure out what a good meditation isn't, we'll get a whole lot closer to what it actually is. All right, let's just clear the decks right now. A good meditation session is not about how long you sat. It's not about being a perfect statue that doesn't move a muscle. And it is absolutely not, under any circumstances, about trying to force your mind to be totally blank. I mean, that's just a recipe for frustration, right? And even things like feeling more rested, or seeing cool lights, or hearing some humming, those can be nice side effects for sure, but they're not the main event. They aren't the real measure.
Okay, so when you throw all of that external stuff away, all the clocks and postures and trying not to think, what are you left with? Well, it turns out what's left is beautifully simple. 3 core, authentic, and totally internal measures come into focus.
These are the big 3. This is our true north. First up, absorption. How locked in were you? Were you genuinely engaged with your point of focus, or was your mind just running errands the whole time? Second, peace. And we're not talking about forcing yourself to feel calm. This is about whether a genuine, deep tranquility just kind of showed up on its own. And third, bliss. Now, this isn't some crazy, energetic high. It's a quiet, profound sense of joy that bubbles up from way deep inside. Okay, so we've got these 3 timeless internal measures. Now, here is where this gets really cool. What do you think would happen if we took this ancient wisdom and gave it to a thoroughly modern tool, an AI, and asked it to, draw us a map of the journey?
And this was the exact prompt we gave to ChatGPT. It's such a wild combination, isn't it? We're asking this piece of code to plot our 3 core measures against all these different meditation styles, from a simple app on your phone all the way to transcendental meditation. And here's the kicker. We told it to use a 3,000-year-old spiritual text, the Bhagavad Gita, as its logical framework. It's a crazy mashup of ancient and modern.
And the result? Honestly, it's kind of mind-blowing. Without being fed any data, without being told what was better or more advanced, the AI, all on its own, created this perfectly logical progression. It starts with app-based meditation, which gives you mild relaxation. Then it moves up to mindfulness for a steadier piece. Then breathwork for higher absorption, TM for deeper bliss, and it all culminates in the classical stages from the ancient texts, leading to what it calls complete fulfillment. The AI figured out the path.
And get this, it even visualized it for us. Look at this bubble chart it made. Each one of those bubbles is a different practice or stage, and you can see this clear path climbing up and to the right. It starts small, down at the bottom with the apps, and then the bubbles get bigger and higher, showing more depth and impact as you move along the path, all the way to that huge, golden bubble of samadhi at the very top. The AI literally drew us a map of the inner journey.
But it didn't stop there. It also created this amazing radar chart, which gives us a whole other layer of insight. What this shows is that different methods kind of have their own unique personality. Some might be really good at creating peace, others might be powerhouses for absorption, but then look at samadhi, the ultimate state. It's not just strong in one area. No, it maxes out the whole chart. A perfect, complete balance across all 3 of our true measures.
So this is all incredibly cool. An AI created this logical, coherent map of an inner human journey. But so what? Is it just a clever parlor trick from an algorithm? Or did it actually stumble onto something real, something true? Well, this is where it all comes together. This is where modern AI gets validated by thousands of years of human wisdom and cutting-edge science.
This, right here, is the big aha moment. Let's just walk through this. For absorption, the Gita uses this beautiful metaphor, calling the focused mind a lamp in a windless place. What do we call that today in modern psychology? A flow state. And neuroscientists can literally measure it as coherence in brainwave patterns. Okay, now for peace.
The Gita says the yogi attains supreme peace. Fast forward 3,000 years, and you have Harvard University publishing study after study confirming that mindfulness directly leads to stress reduction. And finally, bliss. The Gita describes it as a supreme joy beyond the senses. And what has modern neuroscience found? A unique brainwave signature, these high-frequency gamma waves that are associated with what they now call bliss consciousness. It's the same truth, spoken in different languages, millennia apart.
So, just think about what that means for a second. The profound insight here is that an artificial intelligence, a machine that does nothing but recognize patterns, was able to create a map that perfectly bridges 3,000 years of deep human wisdom with our most advanced modern science. It found the timeless signal in all the noise.
So this is all fascinating stuff for sure, but let's bring it right back down to earth. What does this actually mean for you the next time you sit down to meditate? Well, let's turn this incredible insight into a simple, practical tool you can start using today.
Here it is. This is your new game plan. You can officially throw out that old external scorecard. I'm serious. Forget the stopwatch, stop worrying about perfect posture, or whether your mind was totally silent. From now on, you have a new inner compass. After you finish your practice, just gently and honestly ask yourself these 3 simple questions. How was my absorption? Did I experience a sense of genuine peace? And did a quiet kind of bliss show up? That's it. That's your true measure.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Now that you have this new inner compass, absorption, peace, and bliss, if you had to pick just one of them to be your personal guiding star, your true north for your practice, which one would it be?